Hello, welcome to Russia Today. My name is Vladimir Yeltsin, and today on Russia Today, we will be discussing the economy of Russia and all of its entities. What is the economy of Russia? The Russian economy is referred to as a mixed economy. A mixed economy is defined as an economic system containing a mixture of markets and economic planning, in which both the public and the private sectors direct the economy. Most mixed economies can be described as market economies with a strong regulatory oversight and governmental provision over public goods.
It is important to note that Russia has gone under major changes to its government and economy since the end of the Cold War in the 1990s. Since then, it has transitioned to a more democratic and capitalist state. However, it still has strong communist and socialist influences that affect the government even today. In the 1990s, much of Russia's industry and agriculture transitioned from being state-run to publicly run, converting the nation from its communist roots to more capitalistic. However, many areas of the economy are still run and owned by the state, notable the energy and defense-related sectors. Russia's main exports are crude oil, petroleum, and natural gases. These account for over 70% of their total exports. They have an abundance of energy and natural resources which have helped make the nation rich. They are also exporters of minerals like nickel and iron, as well as some chemicals. Main imports to Russia include food, land vehicles, and pharmaceuticals. Its main trading partners are China, composing 19%, Germany, composing 13%, and the United States, composing 6%. From 2000 to 2007, Russia had a surprisingly large trade surplus. However, upon the worldwide financial collapse in 2008, Russian banks were hit hard. They avoided the long-term damage that the United States suffered from, but their economic growth has slowed down to 1.3% a year. The conversion of a ruble, the Russian currency, to a US dollar is 1 ruble for every 1.7 US cents. Its revenue is $469 billion a year, and its expenses are $414 billion a year. Russia's current GDP, gross domestic product, is worth $296.8 billion US dollars, and its current debt is approximately $600 billion. It is difficult to determine how the economy affects the class structure in Russia. In a communist state, there isn't supposed to be any kind of class distinction. So for a long time, Russia, or at the time the Soviet Union, the economy didn't have a direct effect on class distinction. However, today, after pulling out of communist regime, there is more class distinction. There is a growing middle class and a clearly defined upper and lower class. Although there are still evident traces of communism, Russia has transitioned to a mixed economy, giving it more clear social classes.
The last topic of today's discussion of the Russian economy is globalization. And globalization does indeed help the Russian economy. Prior to the past, it is no longer isolated from the West and has an economy that is tied to that of many other nations. Russia is an active and powerful player in the world scheme and depends on the wealth of other nations for it to prosper as well. And we love it when Mother Russia prospers. This is made evident during 2008, during the economic crash, which took a major toll on the Russian economy. Russia was officially adopted into the World Trade Organization in 2011. It is also tied into the world economy and trades with most nations. Whenever sanctions are put on Russia for various reasons, its economy is hit. Thank you for tuning into today's episode of Russia Today, where we discuss the Russian economy. We hope you're back next week when we take the streets of China.